Grandma Hosek passed away, and she was the anchor to family get togethers. So we always got together for Christmas Eve and went to church. And then when she passed away, it was kind of like, okay, what is going to be the anchoring thing?
As I was growing up, we would have family reunions at places where there were farms. And then, for a good many years, we would get together at my parents' home. And when my parents died, we were concerned that we wouldn't have reunions.
Years ago, after Tom, 25 years ago actually, after Tom's mother died, he thought we should all get together once a year for a family reunion. So it was my job to find a place we could all gather. And I found Lake Bluff, and the rest is history.
Times and places are all in who you share them with. And it's life. And the point is enjoying who you share it with. Joy is who you share it with.
There's kickball, there's swimming, there's a hot tub. Life.
It has to be the arcade.
The arcade, the arcade.
The pool.
You can't beat those sunsets. Where's
I know, no, the kickball.
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 kickball?
You get to be with family and friends, and you get to hang out and talk, especially for ones that live farther away, like in Illinois and other states, than
Like Vegas or
Vegas or Florida,
I don't know.
Indiana, all those.
I landed on camera.
Our family tree, most of the extensions have gotten smaller. So my mom was one of 5, and now most of the kids from that family they've had smaller families. And Alexander's only one, he's an only child, and so the fact that he can come here and see cousins and see family is important to us because he doesn't have brothers and sisters, so I think that's really important.
And I only have one grandson. He looks forward to coming to Bluff starting in December. And if we were not doing this, he would not know his cousins. And so the idea that he has family is something that he really looks forward to.
I think it's nice that we still have connectivity and folks trying to get together and stay as connected as we can, knowing that we live all across the United States.
And we are now in our 4th generation of the Hosek reunion. And when this whole thing started, I put this quilt together. So as people have been added to the family, we've added their names to the quilt. But there are so many of them now that we filled up the one side of the quilt, and so I've made new squares that people are signing, and they will be sewn on the back of the quilt.
I think my funniest memory of being here is the year that younger cousins stayed up late and then had a parade through Aunt Linda's hotel room at probably 1 a.m. as she was asleep in bed, and we had a loud parade through her bedroom, so that was probably one of my favorites. Remember when we had a parade through your bedroom?
Yes, and I was so asleep. And next thing I know, half of the Lake Bluff was straight by my bedroom.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite.
That's one of your favorite?
One of my favorite memories, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Scott was the instigator of it.
That would be our cousin-in-law, Scott.
Oh, Scott, yes.
Who stole wood, lit fireworks, and the police were called. Raised toads. Oh yeah, we did. Painted.
So yes, Scott
Yeah,
is
that would-
definitely the troublemaker.
Scott Collins would be the troublemaker of us.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Did you know that people said that you were the instigator, troublemaker of?
I'm the instigator.
I totally see that.
I'm not a troublemaker.
You're an instigator.
Oh, we also used to, before it grew up over there by the corner of the fence where the sign is, there were some people of the cousins that would sneak down and go down to the beach after hours.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And then you and, was it you and Jesse?
Yeah.
Went down to the beach.
Yeah, we broke through.
Did you instigate that, or did Jesse instigate that?
That was totally Jesse. I didn't want to have anything to do with.
The best one, I think, is when all of us female cousins got in the pool and we all stuck our butts up above the water and somebody took a picture. We were
None of us, not very many of us have seen that picture.
I don't know where it's at.
Scott and Amy have it.
Probably.
When we were having the water balloon fight and Alyssa broke her nail and we were just pelting her with water balloon.
Probably that, or when we did a chicken fight last year, and I beat Alexander, and I pushed him over. It was so fun. Chicken fight.
The fact that we've been coming here for, I think, close to 25 years is pretty cool. Because there's a lot of families that don't do things like this or get together on a regular basis.
Our father owned initially one gas station, and then he had 2 gas stations. He and his partner would take turns working on Sunday. Most stores back then were closed, but people needed to get gas. And staying and having a meal together was so important that my mother would make it a meal, pack it in a picnic basket. We'd go home after church, pick up the picnic basket, take it to the gas station. My father had a piece of plywood that he put on the joist thing, and we had fold-up chairs, and he would put that on there, and we'd eat in the Lubro on every other Sunday. And he would have to get up several times to go wait on the customers and wash their windshield, because that's what was done then. But she taught us that family is important.
Mom and Dad had very sound, wise characters. And in my mind, they're rules that they went by in their parenting. And it was, the harder the child is to love, the harder you love them. It may change in shape and form, but it's still love, and it'll last forever.
Well, what's the sandbox? Why are we in the sandbox?
This is iconic.
It's
dumb. We used to play in this and build sandcastles all together.
It's where Ben was conceived.
Oh yeah, that was not fun.
Yeah, this is where the cousinly bond started to form. This is where I was born.
So, do you like Lake Bluff? How old are you?
I'm 3 years old.
3 years old?
Because it's fun, and people are nice, like Paige, unlike Alyssa, so yeah.
I like how the answer switches each day.
Well, Alyssa.
All right, who else?
Fun, something that I look forward to every year, and I just love seeing my relatives.
How long do you want to keep it going?
For the next, say, 20 generations.
That's a long time.
If there even is 20 generations.
No, kind of.
Would you want to keep coming here? Yeah. Do you like your new little sisters? Aw. Okay, that's it.
I would like to keep it going because I see how happy Papa is every year coming here and how close he is with his family, and that's what I want for my kids someday, is to have that close bond with all their cousins and siblings.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Lake Bluff, like we probably wouldn't have a relationship with most of our cousins. So
I wouldn't even know, man.
we need this. Exactly. We wouldn't even know Alexander. So we need this to keep going on for all of our kids and their kids.
What makes this?
I mean, I guess with new generation, you have to mix things up and change it up. But I feel like Lake Bluff is just it's the
Historic.
place. Historic.
Yeah.
It's been the place
It's a
for
monument.
25 years. This is technically the 25th anniversary of this tradition.
Is it really?
It is, because
You came here when you were 1?
I came here when I was 1 month old. Maybe 2.
Dang.
But I was like 2 months old, 1 month old.
That was the first year.
Did you ride a horse to get here?
Yeah.
Well, it's turned out very well, and the cousins that were from one end of this country to the other have gotten to be best friends. And that was the real basic reason why we started it.
And
Our mother and father taught us how important family is. They both had families. We learned to live with them. We learned to eat with them. We learned to cry with them. And that's just been passed on to us. And our children hopefully will learn that and be able to pass it on.
It's just the way we were raised. That's the way our grandparents raised their kids and how our parents raised us, that family it comes first and it's what's most important. And it's like we only get together once a year, but within that year we still keep in touch, and it's when we get back here after a year, it's like we never left.
Yep, absolutely.
We're just, Word of advice is for the younger generation is to keep this going.
Yes.
Yep.
Why?
Because it's just great memories.
Yeah.
I mean, so many of you have grown up here. I mean, we've watched you from little to big.
Yeah.
And like now there's some of you guys that are doing documentaries and stuff like that, and it's just like
that are married and
married,
spouses
and having kids.
Yep. 4th generation now here. So
yep, pretty cool.
For the people to realize how much they enjoy it and how much they love it, that they want to continue it, even though the oldest 5 and the originators, they're going to pass on, but hopefully what we've created will stick on. And
I hope we keep doing it, and I hope that the younger generations keep doing it, keep encouraging it. And I think there's a pretty good spirit amongst the younger generation in terms of connecting, and I don't know if it's Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and everyone seems to be pretty excited about getting together and looks forward to it. So I hope we keep doing that and keep the Hosek spirit alive. I think is the most important thing, because I think there will be people, some folks who won't be able to come, because they're getting older and for whatever reason they can't make it, but it still would be great if the younger folks can continue to come and support the tradition.
And I have neighbors that are so envious that I still have 2 brothers, 2 sisters that have all of their children that usually come every July and get together. And I am very, very lucky.
There are so many people who didn't have that, don't have that. And it's so sad.
Because it's not hard to give.
Oh, no, it's not.
But we were lucky.
And that's the story of Bluff.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Wake Bluff! Only 3 people said it. One more time. 3, 2, 1. Wake Bluff!
That's a wrap.